Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring ABB line of Giratina Double Fairy. This team is very famous from past few season and works very well. Very easy to understand. This time I have a long video for you all which is 20 plus minutes. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. And let's start the video. Landorus versus Giratina. It's a good lead. Giratina can win without investing shield if Shadow Ball lands. So they are going to go for the Sensei Storm and debuff my attack. That is fine, but still Shadow Ball hits very hard. And we are going to overfarm a bit, and this Shadow Ball I think will connect or it will grab the shield. Let's see what it's going to do here. And it connects. Now I'm going to dip into Zacian to bait out something, but they are not swapping out. So I'm going to overfarm a bit. They are going to go for the Sensei Storm. This is going to do decent amount of damage, and at the same time it will debuff our attack. So I think I should go for close combat. This will one-shot the Landorus from this health range, and let's see what he's going to come with. Maybe he's weak to fairy typing at the back. So he comes with Pre-Marina. He has his own fairy type which is running waterfall. So I'll go for the wild charge to guarantee the shield or the knockout. If this lands, then we can have a switch advantage. But I think they will shield, and yes, they do shield. As they are running waterfall, it's very comfortable to come with Giratina as we resist the water move. If it would have been a charm, then it was a difficult situation for us. So definitely we are going to invest our shield. This could be a Moonblast or Disarming. Actually it's a Disarming voice. And now he dips into Palkia, so we have a very hard answer to it, which is Xerneas. And opponent thought I have only one fairy type, but he was wrong. I had two. And this Xerneas is going to wall the energy of Palkia. Aqua Tail does add up, but still I can reach back to back Moonblast. So going for the first one, this will grab the final shield. And hopefully I can reach the second Moonblast before they reach two more Aqua Tail. Geomancy generates energy quickly, so I think I can reach it. This Aqua Tail I'm not going to shield. If they reach another one, definitely we are supposed to shield this move. So they're going to go for the Aqua Tail, and they might try to catch. I was very careful and I go for the Moonblast. This is going to one-shot the Palkia, and we have a store move on Giratina. So we can come. Actually we are going to generate up to Shadow Ball and go for it. This is going to knock out the Pre-Marina or get them very low where I can just Shadow Claw them down. So I have to do few more Shadow Claw to knock them out. They are not going to reach any charge move, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. So let's move towards the second match of this video. Necrozma, very good lead for us. Double super effective Shadow Claws are chunking the health. Shadow Claw from the Dawn Wings are not doing that much, but Shadow Claw from ourselves are doing double super effective because of their typing Psychic and Ghost. So they are going to go for the Dark Pulse. I think Ominous Wind. Let's hope for the boost or grab the shield. Let's see what they are going to do. And they do let it go. So we have won the switch advantage. Here comes the Yveltal. I will dip into Zacian because I have two good answer. So let's see, they are going to continue to stay. I want them to throw the Oblivion Wing first before I throw the Wild Charge. I have generated a lot of energy and they are not throwing. So I'll go for my own Wild Charge. This will do super effective, but it grabs the shield. I clicked on second one immediately and they allow me to throw that, which is good for us. If they give up the shields, then we are fine. So Wild Charge get blocked, and he's going to throw a Oblivion Wing, which is going to knock out our Zacian. So Zacian has done a good job by grabbing both the shield. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to wait for my full switch timer so that I can align my Xerneas against this Yveltal. One Moonblast is going to be enough to knock out, but we have to be very careful for the catch as well. So first Oblivion Wing is not going to do that much, so I'm going to no shield this. But second one, hopefully they don't reach it. So I threw my Moonblast. Actually he was trying to catch here, so I had anticipated, so I didn't throw immediately. So now this Giratina against Ho-Oh is very good matchup, but still the Brave Bird is going to hurt a lot. So going for the Shadow Ball, and Ho-Oh is very tanky. I think one more Shadow Ball is required. Definitely we are going to shield this move, otherwise it will knock out. And they bait me with the Sacred Fire, but this is fine. I can reach my Shadow Ball now, but I'm going to undercharge it. I don't want to give Yveltal enough farm so that he generates back-to-back Oblivion Wing. So I just bubble it until the nice, and now this Ho-Oh can knock me out with his charge move. If I would have allowed him the lot of farm, then he could have generated back-to-back Oblivion Wing. So one more Geomancy and we throw the Moonblast on this Yveltal. This is going to one-shot, and Ho-Oh has very few HP left. So I can just Geomancy down them, and one more Geomancy secures the win. So good game, we won this match. So let's move towards the next opponent, and the next opponent has Palkia lead, which is very bad for us. But good thing is we have two good answers, so we are going to safe switch into Zacian, and they answer with Ho-Ho. So in this matchup, I try to get both the shield. Let's see if it happens. But Wild Charge is going to lower my defense, and later the Incinerate are going to add up. So going for the first one, they give up the first shield. Now I think I should generate back to back before throwing. So definitely we are going to shield this move. Let's see what he throws. Maybe Sacred Fire. No, actually goes for the Brave Bird. Actually they should have gone for the Sacred Fire. Now I can generate back to back. All I have to do is shield this move. I can win the switch because they have lowered their defense, and another Brave Bird comes through. I'll go for this Wild Charge, and this is going to one-shot Ho-Ho. Even if they shield, I have back-to-back loaded. So they knew that they cannot win this matchup, so they let it go. Now I'm going to go for the close combat. This is going to do heavy damage on Rhyperior if they don't shield. If they shield, we are fine too. And they don't shield, now they are getting very low on health. Now we have alignment. This looks very easy win for us. So we are going to take those Breaking Swipe. And yes, they go for the Breaking Swipe. It lowers the attack. No, actually it doesn't. But now very careful for the catch. So he was trying to catch the Omnious Wind. Now I'm going to come with Xerneas and just wall the energy. So 2 Moonblast should be enough. One for the shield and second for the Palkia. So he's going to spam out those Aqua Tail. And I can take it. I can survive one more. So going to overfarm a bit. So he's going to throw here. So let's see what happens. It's going to get me very low now. Now we are in red health. So hopefully I can reach another Moonblast easily. And going for the first one. This is going to definitely grab the shield. Actually this Moonblast connects on Palkia. So I think opponent has something else planned. So I'm going to go for this close combat, and I have a energy loaded on our Giratina. So I think this is easy win for us. I'll go for this Ominous Wind snipe, and this Ominous Wind should be enough to knock out the Rhyperior, and we are going to secure the win despite being tough lead. Actually he throws here. This is not going to help them. Even if it's a Breaking Swipe, I can survive it. Actually they go for the Rock Wrecker, and 1 HP in a dream. We secure the win. So let's move towards the next opponent, and it has a Zygarde in the lead, very bad lead. So I'm going to safe switch into Zacian. I don't have any charge move which threatens the Zygarde. They fall for the trap, and then they dip into Ho-Ho, which is hard answer for the Xerneas. So it's a good thing I can fight back with those wild charges. So let's see. And they give up the first shield, which is very good for us. Same thing we are going to do. We are going to now generate back-to-back wild charge before throwing. And this time this opponent goes for the Sacred Fire, which is good move, instead of a Brave Bird. So now I'm going to generate back-to-back wild charge. So this is going to do a lot of damage. Let's see if this grabs the shield now. So going for the first one, and they don't shield. I'm going to click on second one on the charge attack priority. Let's see if he's going to let it go. And this wild charge connects actually. Now we have switch advantage, and there is a Necrozma at the back. So he's going to generate a lot of energy with the Shadow Claw. But still we can fight back with our Giratina, and now we have an alignment. So he's going to throw a Dark Pulse or a Outrage. I can survive one. So I'm not going to shield. So he's going to go for the Dark Pulse. Now he comes into Zygarde. I have a very hard answer to it. So he's going to go for the Bulldoze. But still, attack from Zygarde is not that much threatening. As you can see, Bulldoze did almost 10% of the damage. And I'm going to go for this Moonblast. And this is going to do more than half of the damage. And one more Moonblast is going to be enough to knock out them. But still I'm going to overfarm a bit so that I can get ready for the close combat on the Necrozma. So he's going to go for another Bulldoze. I think it lowers the defense at the same time. No, actually it's a chance. So I'm going to overfarm a lot and then go for the Moonblast. This is going to one-shot now, Zygarde. So let's see if he's going to give up the shield. No, actually he doesn't shield. Now I'm going to come with Giratina and try to bait the shield with the Ominous Wind. And let's see if he's going to fall for it. And they do shield. So now I think I have to generate Shadow Ball to knock them out. And he's going to throw a Dark Pulse. So I'm going to definitely shield this move. And I think they are not going to reach another Dark Pulse. So I think I can close out the game with Giratina. And this Shadow Ball is going to connect, and it is going to one-shot them to secure the win. So good game to my opponent. We won this match. Even if the opponent had Zygarde, still we were able to win it because we have two good answers for the Zygarde. So next opponent, Ho-Ho, and here they come with a Dialga. So we are going to safe switch into our Zacian. So here I allow them to throw Iron Head first. So I'm going to shield this move because this is going to do a lot of damage. And I have a charge move which does lowers the defense, so I'm going to overfarm a lot, generating back to back close combat to guarantee the knockout or at least a shield advantage. So going for the first one, this might grab the shield. Let's see what happens. And yes, they are going to fight for the switch here. So now again we are going to generate more energy and then go for the close combat. This might connect or it will grab the final shield. Let's see what happens. And they are going to shield this move. And now again we can reach another close combat. This is how spammy the Zacian is. It's very good as a safe switch. You must give a try. So this close combat puts them very low. I believe I should shield once and just farm them down. I don't think it's going to reach another Iron Head. Also farming down helped me to reach Wild Charge for the Oho, but they have a different plan. So they immediately dip into Palkia, so we can generate up to Moonblast and actually opponent top left because they have missed to maintain the alignment, and we are going to secure the win. Moving towards the next opponent, and we have a Giratina versus Ho-Oh again. So we are going to stay here and they might dip, and yes, they dip into Xerneas. So we are going to stay and generate some energy, and we are trying to catch here. Actually I was trying to catch the Moonblast, and we have a stored move which is very good for us, so we can take the damage on this Zacian, but another one will do a lot of damage. So I think I should generate back to back Wild Charge before throwing, and just before they reach a charge move, or it was a charge attack priority, I'm not sure. So going for the first Wild Charge, this does a lot of damage. It was not a charge attack priority. Now he throws here, even a close combat will knock me out. So I'm going to shield this move and hopefully I can just farm them down, and actually reaches another close combat. Definitely we are going to double shield our Zacian because we can have a Wild Charge for the Ho-Oh, but they realized my strategy. Now we can go for the close combat. So this close combat is going to do heavy damage, or it will grab the shields at least. So going for the first one, they do shield up. Going for the second one immediately. If they shield, then we can dip into Xerneas. So this grabs the final shield. Now we can dip into Xerneas. And I think one close combat is going to do a lot of damage. I have to take a Iron Head, but before that they allow me to throw here. So which is very good for us. I'm going to go for the close combat, putting them very low. And I think he's going to throw the Iron Head now. I believe this could be enough to knock me out. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to reach another move. It puts me very low, and they were able to Dragon Breath me down. I have a stored move on Giratina, so I'm going to overfarm a bit and go for the Ominous Wind bait. And this is going to knock out the Dialga, but I have to be very careful for the catch as well. And let's see what happens. So here they come with Ho-Oh. Now my win con is to catch a move on our Zacian, otherwise I'm going to lose the match. So going for the Shadow Ball, this is going to do half of the damage. Actually not half, but still it was enough. So I'm going to generate up to Shadow Ball and make a brilliant catch. So this catch is going to flip the match. So this Brave Bird or Sacred Fire, it is a Brave Bird, it is going to knock us out. So he's going to flip and allow me to get some extra energy. So I think I can win this easily. I'm going to overfarm a bit and go for the Shadow Ball. This is going to put them very low, or it will knock out. Let's see what happens. Actually it is enough to knock out, and we are going to secure the win. If I would have failed the catch, then he could have won it, but still we were able to flip that. So next opponent, Necrozma, Duskmane, good lead for us, so we are going to stay here. So they are also doing some super effective damage, so we are going to generate Shadow Ball and bait them with the Ominous Wind, but we lose the CMP tie. So we are going to shield this Dark Pulse, and yes, it is a Dark Pulse, so we are going to go for Ominous Wind bait. Let's see if they are going to fall for it, and if they shield, then we are in a good position. And yes, they do shield, and now they dip into Palkia, so I am going to come with Xerneas, which is a hard answer to it. So one Moonblast should be enough to knock out the Palkia. And they throw the charge attack on the CMP tie, which Palkia wins. This is Aqua Tail, which is not going to do that much, but our Moonblast is just going to one-shot them if they don't shield. So our Moonblast is going to connect, I believe. Let's see what happens. And they connect it, which is very good for us. And let's see if Necrozma returns. I think I can put them low with the close combat. So I'm going to generate up to close combat and throw it immediately. So this close combat, actually I generate back to back, I believe. So going for the first one, I think one Geomancy is required for the second one. So let's see what he's going to do. And he doesn't shield. One more Geomancy for the second one, but he realized that I'm going to reach it. So he's going to throw here, and this is going to be a Dark Pulse, which is going to be enough to knock out the Xerneas. Coming back with the Giratina, and they dip into Yveltal. I have another answer, which is Fairy typing Zacian. So he's going to throw a Oblivion Wing. 2 Wild Charge is going to be enough to knock them out. If I can survive the first one, not going to shield, but I have to shield the second one. So this wild charge is going to put them very low. Even if they shield, I have second one loaded. So going for the first one, this will grab the final shield. Actually they don't shield and this put them very low and they are going to reach a charge move. I'm not going to shield. I can just farm them down with the Shadow Claw. So I'm allowing them to throw Oblivion Wing and I can just Shadow Claw them down, and I think Necrozma is very low. We have to just do a Shadow Claw down and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match, and let's move towards the next opponent. Again a Duskmane lead, so we are going to stay here and do the same thing. We are going to bait them with the Ominous Wind, and I think we are going to again lose the charge attack priority because Duskmane wins the charge attack priority against the Giratina. So definitely we are going to shield the first Dark Pulse. Actually they are running Iron Head, maybe Iron Head Outrage combination. So going for this Ominous Wind, let's see if they are going to shield. And yes, they do shield here. Now they might try to catch here, so I have to be very careful while throwing the move. And actually they made a catch on Gudra. Actually I remember this matchup. Hats off to this trainer, he is running all the nuke moves, you can see it. As you can see, Xerneas against the Gudra is very good matchup for us, but later you will realize it can turn up a bad matchup for us. So going for this Moonblast, this will one shot them if they don't shield. I don't think they are going to shield this move, but they shield this. Here I was surprised and I was not aware what charge move they must be running, and I was not aware that he can run a Sludge Wave. And look at the damage, it took almost 90% of the health, but luckily I was able to reach the Moonblast, and this is going to knock out the Gudra and we are going to maintain our switch. So he's going to come with Necrozma Dawn Wings, I believe, and yes, he's going to just Shadow Claw me down. Hopefully I can knock them out with the Ominous Wind. So I'm going to generate up to Ominous Wind, but I have to shield this move. This could be another Iron Head, maybe they are not running Dark Pulse, and yes, it is a Iron Head. Again they might try to catch, and here they come with Dragonites. So just to be safe, I saved a Shadow Ball before dipping into Zacian, and again he surprised me. I was expecting standard moveset on Dragonite, Dragon Claw and Superpower, but I was wrong. They are running Hurricane. It was a bit of surprise, so I'm going to overfarm a bit and then generating up to back Wild Charge. This is Dragon Claw, this is not going to be enough to knock me out, so I can survive it, and it is a Dragon Claw, not very effective. I'm going to go for this Wild Charge. This is going to get them very low. This is not going to be enough to knock out, and they survive, and I'm going to click on the second one immediately. Even if they catch, I have a stored move on Giratina. So this Wild Charge knocks out, coming back to the Giratina and knocking out them. Overkill Shadow Ball. So this Shadow Ball is going to be enough to knock out the Necrozma, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match, a very interesting match. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has. Again a Duskmane lead, so it's a very good lead for us. We are going to stay and do the same thing. So we are going to generate up to Shadow Ball, go for the Ominous Wind, lose the charge attack priority, and shield up this move using the same strategy. So he goes for the Dark Pulse. So let's see if he's going to shield this move. High chance he will shield because past trainers are shielding, and yes, they do shield up, and here he might try to catch. So again we have to be very careful. This time I didn't throw immediately, he was trying to catch on Yveltal. I stored a Shadow Ball and then dip into Xerneas. One Moonblast is going to be enough. So he's going to throw a Oblivion Wing. Definitely we are not going to shield. So this Oblivion Wing connects and we can reach Moonblast. I'm going to generate more energy and then go for the Moonblast. This is going to one-shot them. Super effective on Dark typing. And they allow me to connect this. So now I think Necrozma is going to return. I can reach close combat. I'll throw this immediately and this might grab the shield or it will get them very low. Let's see. And they don't shield here and it puts them with few HP left. So I can reach another close combat. So he decided to throw here. This is fine for us. So not going to shield anything. And I think I should come with Zacian and load up on energy. And we are going to come with Zacian. I don't think this is enough for Iron Head or Sunsil Strike. So not going to shield. They go for the Dark Pulse, I call it correctly, and opponent is going to resign the match as there is no win con left. Good game, let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has. This time we have a bad lead of Dialga, but we have two good answer at the back. So we are going to safe switch again into Zacian. So you can see Zacian is very good safe switch, you must give a try. So he's also not throwing immediately, now he threw. So this Iron Head is going to put me very low. Definitely we are going to shield up this move. And he goes for the Iron Head, we blocked it. Now let's see, we are going to go for the close combat. I think one more quick attack is required to generate another close combat. So this does not connect, he blocks it. Now he's going to come with Kyogre. I can generate back to back wild charges. So going for the first one, this is going to grab the shield or it will do heavy damage. And let's see, and he's going to give up the final shield, very good for us. So this wild charge is going to connect and put them very low. Let's see what he's going to do. And they survive, and now I'm going to dip into Giratina and farm them down. This is not enough for the Blizzard, so I'm going to let it go. And actually they go for the Thunder, not very effective. Actually they should have gone for the Surf. So I have a Shadow Ball loaded. If Dialga returns, I can throw that move, and yes, I can throw it. So this Shadow Claw is going to do heavy damage, and I believe few more Shadow Claw is required to generate Ominous Wind, and I'm going to generate it. And actually I go for the Shadow Ball to guarantee the knockout, because this is not a range where Ominous Wind will be enough. So guarantee the knockout with the Shadow Ball. And the final Pokemon is Palkia. We have a Xerneas for it. It is going to be an easy win for us, but still opponent is trying. So I don't think there is a win con left for the opponent. He should top left, but opponent is putting up a fight. I can generate Moonblast, and now he top left. So good game, we won this match. Even if in bad lead, this team works very well, as you can see. So let's move towards the next opponent. Again a bad lead. So again we are going to do the same strategy, dipping into Zacian, and they stay here, and now they dip into Duskmane. So I can go for the wild charges. So I'm going to generate back to back before throwing. But before that I have to shield this move. This could be a Sunsteel Strike, so I'm going to shield it, and it was very good shield from my end. Now I have back to back wild charge, I can threaten them. So going for the first one, this will get them very low, below half health I believe. And yes, next one will knock out if they don't shield. But before that, again we are going to generate back to back. This could be a Dark Pulse, I can survive it, so not going to shield this. And it was a Dark Pulse, I survive it. So going for the second wild charge, this might grab the shield or get the knockout. Let's see what happens. And he's not going to shield. He lost one shield, but we have an alignment now, so we can go for this wild charge. This is going to do heavy damage on Yveltal. Let's see what he's going to do here. And we grab the shield, which is very good for us. You can see Zacian is very good safe switch. Flip the switch, also it grabbed the shield as well. So now we can align our Xerneas. Definitely going to take this Oblivion Wing, and we can survive it better way. But now we have to be very mindful for the catch as well. And going for this Moonblast, this is going to one shot the Yveltal. Let's see what he's going to do. He might shield here, and yes, they do shield, and we are going to shield back because I don't want to lose my Xerneas early. So definitely we are going to shield this move. And this was an Oblivion Wing. After the charge move, he dips into their own Xerneas. This looks a bit uncomfortable, so I stored a move and then dip into Giratina. I can survive a Moonblast, so it's good for us, and I think I can reach a Shadow Ball as well. So going to generate, he might throw a close combat before that. No, actually they don't reach it. So this Shadow Ball is going to put them very low. So this Shadow Ball connects, and now they are into yellow health. Few more Shadow Claw. Actually they are generating back to back close combat I believe. So this is a range where close combat should be enough, and they are going to go for Moonblast actually. Now this gives me advantage to overfarm. I can go for my own close combat. This is enough to knock out the Xerneas, and I believe few more Geomancy is required to reach the Moonblast and guarantee the knockout on the Yveltal, and we are going to secure the win. So this Moonblast connects and it will knock out the Yveltal, and we are going to secure the win. So good game to my opponent. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also let me know in the comment section if you like such long videos, so that I can come with more such content. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.